Hello dear readers and subscribers, welcome to a new video discussing video art. Film and video and everything that comes with it offer artists new possibilities for formal and conceptual experimentation. Over half a century ago, audiovisual media were truly discovered by art, and they took the art world by storm. But what is video art? And who are the most important artists? Welcome to Video Art Explained. Video art is an art form that emerged in the late 1950s and 1960s, in which the medium is based on audiovisual technology in the form of film, sculpture, installation, video installation using often multiple screens, and immersive or experiential art. Right from the start, video and film had a strong connection with art. Experimental film and avant-garde cinema explored non-conventional film, thus artistic film, at the start of the 20th century, decades before video art. Think of Dada artists like Francis Picabia, Marcel Duchamp, and Man Ray creating Dada films, exploring non-narrative film and abstraction. As did the Cubist painter Fernand Léger with his famous Ballet Mécanique in 1924. Or the Surrealists, who were also strongly invested in creating artistic films. Think of Salvador Dali's iconic Un Chien Andalou from 1929. So why was video art only a thing in the art world since the mid-20th century? In the early days of film, video was very inaccessible and very expensive to use. However, as television sets and also recording material became more accessible at the half of the 20th century, audiovisual media was made affordable for everyday consumers instead of exclusively the corporate broadcasting centers. And this didn't go by unnoticed by artists. As a result, we are pleased to present you the top 20 most famous video artists. As always, we have used the Artifacts algorithm, the home of the artist ranking, and we highly recommend you to give it a look after watching this video. So, without further ado, let's dive into the top 20 of the most famous video artists today. We opened the debate with Natascha Sadr Haghighian, born in 1957 in Tehran, Iran, and currently working and residing in Berlin. Haghighian is a contemporary artist whose work is grounded in collectivity, authorship, and various mechanisms of the contemporary art world. Her artistic practice is twofold. First and foremost, she completes in-depth research about a specific case study or project. Secondly, she develops it into large-scale installations and combines it with performances, publications, and online interventions. In her work, Sadr Haghighian uncovers and bears witness to systematic injustice, which can be obscured by the workings of institutions and the economic system. Eija-Liisa Ahtila was born in 1959 in Hämeenlinna, Finland, where she continues to work and reside. Similarly to the work of Sadr Haghighian, Eija-Liisa Ahtila deconstructs the formalist system of filmmaking, where she focuses on film genres and operation modes of the film world. Her installations have a cinematic quality that interweaves realist and surreal narratives. Besides her formalist explorations, Eija Ahtila's works revolve around themes of human existence and its emotional and behavioral patterns. Ahtila's art aims to give the viewer the possibility to make sense of their own life from various simultaneously evolving narratives. Next we have Sharon Hayes, who was born in 1970 in Baltimore and currently resides and works in Philadelphia. Hayes works with video, performance and installation as her primary media. Her artistic practice is an activist one, which is engaged in political and social issues. In her video works, Hayes frequently engages with feminist and queer communities to explore the relationship between language, history and power. Sharon Hayes frequently chooses public space as a starting point for her video works. She participates in protests, demonstrations and political speeches. Hayes' performatives, a term selected by the artist herself, are a series of interventions in those public spaces. Sigalit Landau, who was born in 1969 in Jerusalem, Israel, and currently works and resides in Tel Aviv. Landau uses the medium of video to express criticism or concern on societal aspects. The Dead Sea and its water act as a source of inspiration, where Landau submerges objects almost symbolically. Due to the geographical location of her videos, her work is characterized by vibrant aesthetics. Next to representing the human condition in her works, she shows the actual figure of a human body, frequently that of her own, as her subject. Her video works predominantly reference her home country Israel and the ongoing political division with Palestine. Her multimedia works act as a connecting bridge between two usually conflicted sides, East and West, the past and the future, the private and the collective. Edith Dekyndt was born in 1960 in Ypres, Belgium, and currently resides and works between Berlin and Belgium. Dekyndt is a visual artist working with video, sculpture, installation, drawing and sound. She is interested in physical phenomena and ephemeral incidents. Her artistic practice explores light, time and space. Engagement with sensual perceptions gives her art a conceptual and material depth. Edith Dekyndt observes everyday objects as they undergo a process of transformation. Her investigations connect organic elements or natural phenomena, for instance reactions of water and air, within the physical exhibition context of her artworks. Dekyndt pairs physical sites where her video works are recorded with chemical phenomena to capture the behavior of everyday materials. Her closer look at those daily processes draws attention to the working dynamics of human perception. What do we notice, but more importantly, what escapes our attention? Adrian Paci was born in 1969 in Shkodër, Albania, and currently works and resides in Milan, Italy. Paci is a visual artist, working with video, performance, drawing and sculpture. He decided to leave his home country in 1997 due to the outbreak of the Albanian Civil War. As a result, he frequently returns to the feeling of forced migration, the nostalgia it evokes, or the loss of personal identity it generates. Adrian Paci frequently uses his own body, emphasizing the messages conveyed of geographical separation and loss. In his works, Paci discusses his own experiences, yet it is in this subjectivity that the public can find connections to their own lives. By returning to these memories of times lived in Albania, Paci explores the role of an artist and art in times of crisis. Arthur Jafa was born in 1960 in Mississippi and currently works and resides in LA. Jafa is a contemporary artist, filmmaker and cinematographer. Before devoting himself to video art, he was internationally recognized as a filmmaker. In his artistic practice, Arthur Jafa refers to universal and personal articulations of black identity. Original and found footage functions as a visual trademark. By juxtaposing archival and contemporary material, he opens the symbolic possibilities of an image. Oliver Ressler was born in 1970 in Knittelfeld, Austria, and currently works and resides in Vienna. Ressler uses visual art to raise awareness and as a form of resistance. He predominantly works with video and installation, where he explores topics of democracy, migration, economics, and the climate crisis. His works shed light on the failures of government policies, frequently juxtaposed with activist movements that protest against them. Oliver Ressler blends art and activism, as he strongly advocates a sustainable approach to his artistic practice and the mechanisms of the art world. Bouchra Khalili was born in 1975 in Casablanca, Morocco, and currently resides and works between Berlin, Germany and Oslo, Norway. Khalili works with film, video, installation, photography, printmaking and other publishing media. She combines documentary cinema, which examines the imperial and colonial systems of the past, their influences on forced migration, politics of memory and international solidarity. Her videos discuss the personal stories of people from the Middle East and North Africa, traveling to Europe. Khalili's art centers on those individual stories from which she uncovers a historical and geopolitical context of a region. In this form, she focuses on the self-representation of an individual and the autonomous agency of society. Bill Viola was born in 1951 in New York and resides and works in Long Beach, California. Hailed as the Rembrandt of the video age, Viola is known not only for his large-scale works, but also for their beautifully crafted scenery. Throughout his career, Viola mastered aspects of light and time in video technologies, such as time-lapses, slow motion, and reversals. His interventions in the pace of the depicted narrative give his works a symbolic meaning which refers to birth, life, death, or renewal. Stan Douglas was born in 1960 in Vancouver, Canada, and currently works and resides between Vancouver and LA. Douglas's work interweaves authentic events with fictional narratives. In his artistic practice, he uses innovative technologies such as mobile apps, virtual reality simulations, live cinema, or theatrical productions. Diverse themes in his works allow the public to look critically at the media and how they shape our understanding of reality. For his investigations into cultural and collective memory, Stan Douglas uses pop cultural sources and historical events. Although the viewer can frequently recognize the references, the video's plot does not allow to predict the ending. Candice Breitz was born in 1972 in Johannesburg, South Africa, and currently works and resides between Cape Town and Berlin. Breitz is a video artist and photographer, and in her work, she reflects on the impact of mainstream media and the stability of human identity. Both her video art and photography investigate the way a community, be it a family or nationality to which one belongs, defines who we become in life. Breitz focuses on human identity, and in doing so, she maximizes the visibility of the unequal representation of the black community, a topic with a strong connection to her home country. Her videos often feature Hollywood actors. These celebrities represent global recognition of their identity and also their projected value in life. Next we have Christian Jankowski, who was born in 1968 in Göttingen, Germany, and currently resides and works between New York and Berlin. Jankowski is a fine art photographer, video artist, and installation artist. With a performative approach at the center of his multidisciplinary practice, his oeuvre consists of an engaging mix of fictional stories. Jankowski's video art aims to reflect or critique contemporary society and the art world. His practice often discusses the relationship between authorship and creative originality. Peter Weibel, who was born in 1944 in Odessa, Ukraine, and currently works and resides between Vienna, Austria, and Karlsruhe, Germany. Weibel is a post-conceptual artist, curator, and new media theoretician. He is well known for contributing to three avant-garde art movements throughout the exciting 1960s, encompassing visual poetry, Viennese film formalism, and Vienna actions. Alongside the likes of Wally Export, Ernst Schmidt Jr. and Hans Schögel, Weibel paved the way for the development of immersive exhibitions, often referred to as expanded cinema. These contributions were a natural result of Weibel's ongoing explorations in video technology, incorporating text, sculpture, and installation. Tony Oursler, who was born in 1957 in New York, where the artist continues to work and reside, is a multimedia artist, predominantly occupied with installation and video. Similarly to Peter Weibel, Oursler is a pivotal figure in the field of new media art. Since the 1970s, he has been preoccupied with expanding the two-dimensionality of video art into a three-dimensional moving image environment. Since then, Tony Oursler has explored the medium-specific boundaries of video technology. Inspired by pop cultural phenomena, think of social media, mysticism, conspiracy theories, or narrative evolution, the American artist often incorporates a human face that is distorted and fragmented into pieces. As a result, he manipulates the expression of the face, evoking an intriguing similarity between technological interventions and their effect on human social behavior. Pipilotti Rist was born in 1962 in Graz, Switzerland, and currently resides and works in Zurich. Rist is seen as one of the pioneers of experimental video art and multimedia installations. She began her artistic career with single-channel videos, and then progressed into large-scale immersive and audiovisual installations. Rist's approach to new media art is characterized by kaleidoscopic projections, which change the exhibition space into a vibrant environment. She frequently explores the relationship between nature, technology, and the human body in her works. Rist's video works often rely on scenarios that seduce the viewer into subversive messages about human vulnerability, pleasure, and womanhood. Lynn Hershman-Leeson, born in 1948 in Cleveland, Ohio, and working and residing between San Francisco and New York, is a multimedia artist who works with film, video, and painting. Hershman-Leeson gained worldwide recognition for her video art based on an in-depth research on the relationship between human science and technology. Hershman-Leeson was one of the first artists to start investigating the figure of the cyborg, a half-natural, half-technological creature. It is clear to say Leeson stands at the forefront of artists who investigated questions of gender, identity politics, and selfhood. Douglas Gordon, who was born in 1966 in Glasgow, Scotland, and currently works and resides between Berlin, New York, and Glasgow, is a multimedia artist whose work encompasses video, film installation, sculpture, photography, and text. His work investigates dichotomies such as good versus evil or black versus white. In addition to exploring the dynamics between opposites, Gordon's work shifts from themes such as recognition, repetition, time, and memory. 24-Hour Psycho is one of the most famous works made by Douglas Gordon. The work is a take on the 1960s movie by Alfred Hitchcock, only now its running time is stretched to 24 hours. Next we have Christian Markley, who was born in 1955 in California and currently works and resides in London. Markley is a multimedia artist who fuses fine art and audio work. Frankel Gallery describes Markley's work since 1979 as a performance with phonograph records and turntables to create his unique theatre of found sound as inspired by Marcel Duchamp. Markley is best known for transforming sound and music into visible, physical installations, as he gained worldwide recognition with his 2010 installation, The Clock. Here, Markley edited television and film images of thousands of clocks in one video, in which all clocks were arranged to show the actual time. And we conclude with none other than Francisa Lis, born in 1959 in Antwerp, Belgium, and currently resides and works in Mexico City. Francisa Lis is an interdisciplinary artist occupied with video, photography, and various participatory actions. In his work, Alice depicts a range of geopolitical topics with a poetic quality to them. Each visual artwork is engaged in a different geographical region where he works with the local community. The artist describes his practice as a sort of discursive argument composed of episodes, metaphors, or parables. Alice examines personal connections to their culture, land, or nature, yet his approach is very sensitive to the community and the place he is working with. Please let us know in the comments who you would add to this top 20. Me personally, I would definitely add Nam June Paik and Wolf Volstel, and I'm very curious to hear which illustrious names you have in store for us. Thank you so much for tuning in today. Feel free to watch our video on the top 10 self-taught artists next. Support us on Patreon and please consider subscribing to stay posted for more contemporary art. Bye.